All right, so this is going to be a little tutorial for how to uh, create your Tags 5.0 Twitter archive. Tags 5.0 was created by Martin Hoxie, and it's not too hard to set up, but the instructions are somewhat convoluted in parts, so I figured I'd just do this screencast and you could just follow along in another tab if you'd like. To begin, make sure that you have Google Drive open and or at least logged in, and from the course assignment page you can just click on in the sidebar Tags 5.0 Twitter archive, and that will bring you to the page that Martin Hoxie has set up. Now, really all you really want to do is click on this link, Twitter Archive Google Spreadsheet Tags 5.0, to open a new tab. Do I want to make a new copy of this document? Yes, make a new copy. It might take a second or two for that to start. Okay, and then you'll get something that looks like this. You'll have the title over here, and you've got some instructions going on over here, and you're going to enter in some information regarding that. I like to change the title right away. Unbelievably, I forgot to create the WCF13 archive, so we're going to do that now. Unfortunately, won't have all the tweets that we need. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to click this Enable Custom Menu button, and it will run a script, and it will need authorization to run. Click OK, and you'll get a little pop-up. Make sure you have the ability to get these little pop-ups. Accept. Okay, then click it again, and you'll see that these two tags have appeared. Now, we're going to go into the Tags menu, Twitter API Authentication. And what this does is it sets up the spreadsheet so that it allows, basically Twitter knows that it's okay for you to archive what you're going to be archiving. And there's a bit of a process in order to do this. So click that. And you'll see that you need to register for something for it called a Twitter an API key. And you have to go to this website. And you'll have to copy this, open a new tab, paste it in, and you'll sign in with your Twitter account. Log in. Okay. And then you just create a name. So I'll be like WCF13, your archive. And the website, you can put really any website. I usually just put my homepage. And then the callback URL you need to get from here. And you copy that. Excuse me, paste it in. And if you need a drink of a beverage, you grab a drink of a beverage. Scroll down. Yes, I agree. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's better. Well, I don't know if there's another. And then create a Twitter application. Cannot include the name Twitter. All right. And you're going to get this page saying that your application is successfully created. Exciting. Now, you also want to click on this Create My Access token. We're not going to be using it, but I found without clicking that button, you are often oftentimes you're not able to gain access and have it all work. So we need to get the Twitter OAuth consumer key. And so that is this. What you want to do is copy that, bring it back here, paste, and you're going to want to go here, and then copy the consumer secret, copy, paste, and then save configuration. Okay, that's done. And then here what you want to do is you want to enter your search term. So this should be either your keyword or your hashtag. So mine's going to be WEC F13. Boom. And now you'll see here that you have a maximum number of tweets to collect from the last 7 days. That's really all that Twitter allows up to now. So you can get up to 1,800, but I would keep this at 1,500 because too high a number really it results in some errors, timeout errors, and we don't want that to happen. So then what you want to do, you can go to tags and then test collection and see what happens. Okay, and then you'll get this Twitter API configuration required. Sometimes you'll get this error message, and I'm doing this so that you can see that this error message can occur. So what we need to do now is we really need to go into under the tools area to script editor, which will pop up another menu, another tab. And here I recommend also changing this to match your title with adding the scripts. And then you're going to want to go under Run, Authenticate Twitter. Click on Authorize. And it has to be the same Twitter account that you signed into when you were getting your consumer key. So if you're not already logged in, you'll have to do that. Authorize. Okay, that's done. Nope. And now you can go back to tags, test collection, and it will run a script in which it starts looking for the tweets. And here's one, just a recent one. Okay. And now what we can do is click Run Now, and it will run the script, and it's now starting to process. Now, depending on how often your term or your hashtag you're searching, how often that's being tweeted depends on how often you want to update this. Now you can go under the tags menu, you click update every hour. Now for things that are much slower, that there aren't a lot of tweets like WEC F13, there's not like millions of tweets coming through. Every hour is even too much, and you can go in through and reduce that. If you're running something that has a lot of tweets coming through, you can have it update even more often than that. But I think for our purposes, we can just use update every hour. However, if you want to go and see how to adjust how often something is updated, you go into the Tools menu, and then you go to Script Gallery. No, Script Gallery. This is the Script Gallery, and that is not where we want to go. You want to go to the Script Editor, which is here, and then under Resources, on Current Project Triggers, and triggers are what allows what allows the tweets to come in. So you see there's this trigger for collect tweets, time driven, and here it's set to every hour, and you can either set it to day or week if you want something lower, minutes timer, every 30 minutes, something like that. You don't want to do this to make, I made the mistake of sometimes having it run every 15 minutes, and then you only have a certain number of triggers or searches that you're allowed to have of the Twitter API, and you get errors, and then everything gets screwed up. So I recommend putting it to depending on the speed, just keeping it the hour or every 30 minutes. And then as soon as you are done with the archive, we're going to be archiving over the course of one day. So, or if you're doing a television show, during the course of that show, we're going to discuss how to set those parameters. Immediately go back and go back to your archive, and then go under tags, and then stop updating archive every hour, and that will stop it, and then it will be all done. Okay, so let's see if we've actually and look at that, just in a couple seconds it's gone back and it's grabbed all these tweets dating back to Tuesday, September 17th. So that was as far back as it was able to grab so far. It's too bad that we don't have them from earlier, although I can always manually get them. So the archive is here, and this is where we have all of the information about the tweets. The summary we begin to see who is tweeting most often using that hashtag, how many times they're replying, how many times they're retweeting. You can see that I am the biggest conversationalist in the group, and I can see that not a lot of you are actually, Jason's not even in the class, nor is Jesse, nor is Bookdoll, but a lot of you are not responding to one another, and we want to encourage conversation. Okay, you can see how many tweets, how many number of retweets. If I want to see this dashboard, which gives information over the course of how many retweets, most popular tweets, times a day, very cool stuff. And then I can also view a visualization of the tweets. Now to do that, first we need to make sure this is public. So we have to go under File, Publish to the Web. And then I click Start Publishing, Close, and then I click on the link, open up a new tab, and depending on the speed of your computer, it will load a nice little visualization of this WEC F13 community. And the larger the name, the more often they are responding and engaging in conversation. And it's very cool, and there's all sorts of stuff that you could do. I'm not sure what these mentions are. This is new, brand new. From this first time I'm seeing this down here. So there's been an update. Very interesting. So that's this. That's how it's set up. You can set up as many archives as you want for a variety of terms. I have a dozen or so right now. And if you do have any questions, please let me know. And if it's not something I can answer, then we'll ask Martin. He's excellent about getting back. Okay, see you later.